Welcome to the PBC 2020 NBA Draft Remote Film Room. My name is Jon Chepkevich, and joining me today is one of the most tenacious rebounding wings in the nation, an early entrant to the 2020 NBA Draft, Houston's Nate Hinton. What's going on, Nate?
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hey, doing pretty well, Nate. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing all right here during this quarantine, but wanted to kind of break up some of the monotony here and, spend some time chopping up your game film and talking about how your game translates to the next level.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Before we get started and get into the clips, have you been watching The Last Dance? First,
I have. I have. Yes, sir.
So when that Dennis Rodman portion came up where he was talking about like all the intricacies of rebounding and like tipping it this way or if it's going to go this way, it kind of made me think of you as a prospect because, you're 6'5" and you're pulling down 8 or 9 boards a game. And it seems like you kind of bring some of those similar elements to rebounding that he was discussing. And did you find that particularly interesting when he was talking about that?
Yeah, when he started talking about how his teammates would shoot and he was rebounding for him and he was kind of looking at the different angles, and that's kind of I kind of felt that because, in practice, you kind of get to see the shots that your teammates are going to get into, when your teammates are going to get into a move and get into their shot. And so that's kind of where I just kind of find the ball and kind of read it off their fingertips and just go get it. And at the end of the day, rebound is just, it's a 50-50 ball, so you have to go get the ball. So that's basically, I just want to rebound. I like to rebound. So that's one of my strengths.
You both have a knack for it, and you really care about earning your team those extra possessions and adding value that way. So I think, off the bat, that's one thing that jumps out. But let's jump into some offensive stuff here first when we get into the clips. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
Ball swinging around the perimeter, gets kicked out. And now you see that you're about to crash here for this rebound. Is this kind of similar to that instance where that, when your teammate shoots from that corner, maybe what direction it's likely to bounce, or are you focused on fighting for position here? Like, what is your approach when you see this going up?
Well, they're scouting for it. Everybody does their scouting for it, so they know that by this time, they should know that I'm a excellent rebounder. And so I just know that when I, make the pass, point guard, you see Quentin's getting back. So everybody else crashes. So, Justin, my teammate, he's a pretty good shooter. And so it can either going to be long or short. So, he's fresh in the game and he's going to shoot it. Nice open shot. It's not going to be left or right. Most likely it's going to be either short or long. And so if it's short, then I know that there's nobody in the area. Number 4, he's not necessarily going to get it. I just got to fight around and go get the ball. Because if it's long, my other teammate had to get it. So like you said, I had to go outstretch the hands and just go get the ball.
Yeah, just a really, really strong rebound, really fight for position, snag that thing down, use your power dribble, get over to the right side and finish. Just, I think this is just patented Nate Hinton crashing the offensive glass here. And I think, bringing that intensity to the next level will add value for a team. Time you're able to jump up and get the putback slam. Do you kind of just notice that Pritchard there is like not really boxing out, not really engaged, and know this might be an opportunity for you to fly in and get a tip slam?
Yeah, at this point in the game, I think Quentin had a groove going, and he was attacking his defender. And so by the time he got to the paint, he's not necessarily going to turn around and kick it all the way to the opposite corner. But if you back it up a little bit, right as he's getting into his move, you see he turns his head, and so I know that Quentin's going to actually get into his move or is going to kick it out to the person in the corner.
Right.
I just as soon as he turns his head, by the time he realizes that I'm already behind him and right there, I'm sneaking behind him, and it's kind of seeing man and ball. But sometimes I have had that struggle too. So I use my advantage of knowing that now you got to see man and ball.
Right, exactly. Like knowing that sometimes that's a tough thing for you to track helps you identify that weakness in your opponent. Right.
Right.
This one particularly wanted to highlight because I think it's a little bit of a combination of skills that you bring to the table, right? So your team takes this floater, you fly in and snag this board here, kick it out, but then you immediately kind of reset to this corner. Is that something that I guess you've picked up on as well? Like maybe when you grab an offensive board that it's hard for defenses to reset and they're scrambling and you might get an opportunity like this?
Right. Yeah. This early in the shot clock, it's kind of hard for teams to, it's easy to guard in early in the shot clock, but the more possessions, the more time you go crash the board, the more offensive rebounds you get, it's harder for them to kind of defend it because, like you said, look, they don't know who's going to go, and all of a sudden, I relocate and understand that okay, I know I got to relocate to the corner for the spacing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of bring my versatility. Okay, I'm getting the rebound, now I'm kicking it out. Okay, I'm wide open. I got to be able to still knock down that shot.
Yeah, and you're a really high-level spot-up shooter. The numbers bear it out. You're a high 30s% from three, and the upper echelons of college basketball percentage-wise in efficiency and spot-ups. So, as you look forward to becoming a pro, being somebody that A, is willing to do the small things and crash the glass and earn those possessions, and B, be a guy that can space it out on the perimeter, provide that shooting gravity, and then catch and shoot and knock it down. I think, like a ideal prototype for an NBA, high value role player, right?
Yes, sir.
Got one more here. Just another nice, smooth, clean spot up look again. And just another clean catch and shoot spot up look. It's just all in rhythm, smooth, and your jump shot form is just, I think, ideal to being able to catch and shoot quickly on the fly and over high hand contests like you saw there.
True.
So now what we wanted to touch on here is a potential improvement area, and that's with your own sort of shot creation off the dribble. I don't think that it's necessarily that you can't do it, but like you usually do opt for taking these efficient looks, attacking the rim or shooting threes, which is good, right? That's like a modern shot selection. But maybe just becoming a little bit more comfortable at taking these pull-ups off the bounce and a little bit more consistent with them would just add another dynamic as you go up to the professional level when they run you off the 3-point line or you're not able to get to the rim, right? And then you'll see one of these here. We do highlight one where you do knock it down, and it's a smooth look. Not this one, but I believe the next one, I think here, shows that you are capable of sticking these, get yourself in a rhythm. Do you want to maybe speak to if that's something that like you're continuing to work on and rep out as you train and prepare yourself to become a pro?
Yeah, definitely. The pull up, that's my bread and butter, getting to my sweet spot, one dribble pull up. In the last clips, you see there's the difference between the first three clips and the last clip, you see the elevation. I go straight up and straight down.
Yeah.
On that one, the one right here, I maybe didn't even necessarily need the dead dribble. I could have just pulled up, or you see I'm fading back.
Yeah.
That's something that, working on just my body. And I play so hard and rebounding and defending and just energy overall that sometimes I guess when I do have the opportunity to get into it, right there, look, I go straight up and straight down and lean forward.
Yeah, that one's
short. The shots are short. So it's just strengthening, getting my legs, conditioning my legs and conditioning my body to be able to rebound, defend, score, and be able to knock down the open shot and be efficient when I have opportunity. Because if not ready, I have to be a threat, offensive threat on the court. So.
Yeah, and that's a great point, and one that I hadn't already considered. In that like what we were talking about before, your intensity on D and your rebounding, that kind of eating at your legs a little bit for your pull ups. So I guess that's definitely something that seems improvable going forward, right? And it's like you said, you're a natural shooter, natural scorer. So continuing to work on that, getting that endurance built up and just continuing to rep it out, I feel confident that you'll be able to add that to your game more consistently going forward. All right, so I think we've got just one turnover as like on a drive as well, just like getting a little bit more comfortable and creating for others as well and attacking closeouts. Very mindful. area.
Working with less is more, necessarily. Me and my teammate had great chemistry on that. My idea was thought that, he gonna slide to the spot, but I could have either pulled up, I could have hit my big man number one because his man stepped up, or I could have just, instead of anticipating where my man was gonna be, where my teammate was gonna be, I could have just hit him right in his chest. Or like I said, pulled up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you did a great job of getting into the paint here and getting by your man and then drawing help as well. It's just getting more comfortable and making that split second decision and finding, the best option in that situation.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
All right. So now we're going to move to the defensive end where, honestly, when we were picking through the tape, we like to find the strengths and the improvement areas. I'm sure there are some minor improvement areas that you can speak to, but like, if I would have tried to include them, I would have been nitpicky, man. Like, you bring it on D, like very consistently all the time, have, both the technique and the intensity and are locked in and engaged. So, props to you on that. Do you want to maybe speak to, how maybe growing up you turned yourself into such a viable defender and are able to bring it so consistently?
Defense is one of those things where everybody has to do it. It gets you on the floor. If you can't guard, you're not going to be on the floor. And a lot of times I played up in situations or played on a team where people have been able to be a better scorer, be a better, more athletic than me, be a better ball handler. And my thing is, I'm a ball player, so how do I find my ways on the floor? How do I, as the quote, they say, plug and play. How you put you on a team. How can you get on the floor and bring value to the team? And, just high school kind of having to guard and loving the guard and having that intensity and taking my matchup, taking it with pride, and getting to college. Coach Sampson and the coaching staff did a great job of teaching me the specifics of how to shell defense because, I'm good on the ball, but then having to learn how to do off the ball. And, my freshman year, learning from the older guys, the veterans that was on the team, and then having my own struggles as a transition to a sophomore, having those film room sessions, having those times where they kind of prepared me, having those times where I had to look at the film, okay, I did it wrong, and they're key points and, key vital possessions in the game. And so just knowing that and having that, keep working at it. Okay, now I know the more I look at film, the more I make those mistakes. Then later on the road, now that you see, okay, I can anticipate more, use my instincts and use my intangibles to my advantage.
Yeah, it's great to hear how seriously you take film study and how you're able to sort of self-reflect back on things that maybe you could have improved in the past and then gear your game toward tidying those up going forward. I think that's something that NBA teams will definitely value, that you value that.
Right, yeah, for sure. Because the game of basketball, it's an imperfect game. Everybody tries to be perfect, but the more you just got to keep getting better and know your mistakes and be comfortable with realizing your mistakes and moving forward from it to get better.
For sure. How many positions do you think that you can guard / play in the NBA? I feel like you as a 6'5" wing that like has some strength and obviously have shown that you can bang on the glass and whatnot. How many positions do you think you can hang with, and do you think that versatility will be one of your calling cards?
1 through 4. The game, the traditional 4 now is mostly pick and pop or going to be around on their wing. So just finding my way on the floor, that's really, it. 1 through 4. And if you need me to run a set, I can run a set. If you need me to come off the big ball screen and make a play and play make, I can do that. But, with me being being able to rebound like I can, guarding the way I can, any of those positions I can guard. And then on the defensive side, to get the rebound, necessarily add another guard. You don't have to just say, okay, we have to run a set for Nate Hinton. No, I'm going to get the rebound and just run to the corner and let the bigs, everybody let the flow of the game happen. And I can come down the court and make the play, or just for spacing reasons, I can spot up and shoot. So I just have a lot of things in my game that I bring to the table. If you just plug me in there, I can play. But at the end of the day, I'm a ball player.
Great to hear, how you envision yourself at the next level, and plug and play, I think, is a great way of describing it. So I'm going to run these defensive plays now. It's going to highlight potentially, where you can add some value on that end. First, defensive glass, jump up and snag that board. This one, we'll run this back and maybe you can speak a little bit more to this play. So you'll see in this situation, you end up being matched up against this big when you slide over into the help side in the paint here. I guess when you see someone with a size advantage on you, what's going through your mind? How are you thinking of how to prevent him from getting positioning or to bump him off his spot? Like, going through your mind as you see this happening?
I got to use my quickness, because if I stay behind him, he's gonna bury me. And the way the system that we use at Houston, the monster, the help side comes over, we double team it. But right there, I was kind of, I'm the MIG, so my man's number 13 in the corner, so I got to load and be the farthest man. I'm the farthest man from the ball, so I'm already in the help side position. And I see my teammate, he's a little lagging a little bit. If I stayed up corner to my man, that would be an easy dunk or layup right there. Yeah. So I got lost in the game, honestly. Just my instincts. I felt like I knew that number 20, I think the man was passing the ball, I knew he was going to try to pass it in there. So I kind of tried to go around him on the initial, and then I just playing hard. That's really the only explanation for that. I just keep coming.
Because looking at it right here, it seems like he's just going to easily catch this entry pass, right?
Right.
Like, you pause it right there, but then if you let it play, you just kind of get up right underneath them and poke it out there. It's just a really high effort play there to fight through and, cause the turnover.
Right.
And I think, like you were saying with this help side here, probably goes back to what you were speaking to earlier in the film study and stuff, and like all the shell drill and everything that you were running, recognizing and being there. Because if you're, a step or two behind there, maybe that guy gets an easy dunk, right?
Well, yeah, and it's knowing scout report and knowing personnel. Yeah. I know my man is a shooter. Okay, I can't be too far over, or if he's not, or if he's a shooter or he's not a shooter, I can go ahead and give that help. And so then right here, I kind of took the gamble of trying to help my teammate, and then my man's in the corner, so I knew I had to retreat back. But I just see ball, get ball is my logic.
Yeah, I thought, this particular play, then you get out in transition, make a great bounce pass to your teammate who gets fouled here. I thought this entire play, the whole way through, is just kind of the essence of your intensity and like what you can bring to the table. Like we talked about your shooting before, this encapsulates almost everything else here. Just look how much ground you cover here. Look how, how much effort. And then just a beautiful little pass here at the end. Just all around great effort on that play and winning play there. So when you're on the weak side like this and a pick and roll is headed away from you, you want to maybe speak through like what's going through your mind in this situation and what your read is as you see this thing developing?
Right. My man is in the far corner, so the pick and roll is happening. So furthest man away, he's supposed to be on the blue line, supposed to tag, get the roller. So I guess in this situation, I could have been when the ball screen happened. The action that UConn runs actually is a great action. It's quick and it keeps you on your toes. So I could have been closer to the midline, but that's knowing personnel.
Right.
I don't want to use the name. He's a big, and so I know the defensive principles. We kind of trust your teammates. You trust them. Okay, he's gonna get back. He's gonna fight back. And the type of person that the player that's getting it. He's gonna have to lob it. So the ball is gonna be in the air. So my recovery speed is another strength that I have. And so I know that if he lobs it up, he's not gonna give a bounce pass. So if he lobs it up, I can go get him because in the air. And so it's a 50-50 ball. And so right here, as it develops, I see that my teammate is getting back in front, and the guard that's in front of him, that's guarding, my man, the teammates right here, he's not gonna. He's in a good position to pressure the ball, so he's not gonna he's not gonna give that pass, because if he gets that pass, it gives me time to recover. But he's not gonna make that pass to the big that's in the paint. So I just kind of read his eyes and trust my instincts, and as soon as the ball gets in the air, I just run through it.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's a really pick and roll heavy league, right? And so a lot of times probably will be matched up against the guy in the weak side corner in these pick and roll actions, and being able to both have the strength and the bounce and everything in physicality to be able to tag a roll man if that situation accounts for it, or be able to, like you just did in that clip, kind of bait them and pop back out to the corner and make a play there. I think that adds a lot of value.
Right. Right, and it's all gray areas. I could have been okay. I could have went all the way to the midline, but it's all about the gray area, knowing kind of playing the system to where it was in your advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can maintain your principles and the rules of all you want, and like a lot of situations, overwhelming majority, maybe that is 100% the right thing, but having those instincts mixed in with the scouting reports and everything, and being able to like blend them and pick your spots, I think you do a great job of that. All right, here we have a matchup against Tulsa. Pick and roll action here. This time you kind of just dig in and, as the guy's kind of trying to protect the ball and kind of snake the pick and roll there, you create some chaos. Do you want to maybe speak to, I don't know if it's, Tulsa's specific scouting report, or maybe your mentality in general of like getting over screens and kind of, using some physicality on a pick and roll handler, but do you want to maybe speak to how you approach that?
This kind of had, this game in particular had a lot of factors into it. This is both teams were in the leading runners for the conference. We had lost to them previously, so you want to add the pride aspect of, okay, this is a win, a go home type win situation, for the lead in the conference. And so also I took this matchup personal, just because last time he did hurt the team. I didn't guard him last time, but it's still a team game. So he killed us our whole team. And so I just wanted to I took my matchup personal. So I just wanted to be the best person I can be for my teammates. And I know the type game that it was that, we needed to step up in this big moment. So in this play, down the stretch, the score, the score is whatever it is, but when it's still 13 minutes left in the game, and we got to keep that intensity. And so, me being as the heart and soul of the team, being that one of the leaders on the team, I had to, when I bring my intensity, everybody else's level of intensity increases. And so this play, it's kind of instincts. He has the ball right there. I could have, I guess, stayed where in the position I was in, but it's winning time. So, make the winning play. So I just wanted to keep coming and just dig the ball.
Yeah, and it seems like right here he's kind of like both trying to, freeze the big and maybe look for a pass, but also like protect against you, or maybe back into you and cause a foul or something.
Right.
Good job of getting your hands up there, showing that you're not bumping him, not fouling. And then, as he tries to take this kind of retreat dribble, you get your hand in there and knock it out. Just really well defended on ball pick and roll coverage there. Make it an impact play. And I like the context that you gave of like, how you were taking it personally to ensure that the same guy that killed you guys last game wasn't going to have it as easy this time around.
Right.
Again, I guess it's similar in that you are weak side and 2 passes away.
Yeah.
But this time your teammate is fronting the post and you get over here and just sky up into the air to deflect this pass and cause a turnover and then pull it down using your strength. You want to maybe talk through this one as well?
This is when we played Washington in the Diamond Head Classic in Hawaii. We played Washington. They had a great team. Their team was full of great guards and great players overall. Isaiah Stewart, he's a man child. He's a real problem on the court. So the scouting report was we just had to battle with him. We're not going to try to wrestle with him. We got to rely on the help side. And I know my man was the first man away, and not necessarily he's we use the scout, capable shooter. So I didn't necessarily have to be hugged up to my man.
Right.
The ball's on the opposite side. And in this particular moment, I didn't think that he was going to throw it. But once he released it once the ball released it, I knew I had to just go get it because my teammate is vulnerable because he's right in front of him. He's not going to get around him. And the scout report, they like how their tendencies, player tendencies, team tendencies.
Yeah.
If they're going to just throw it up there just to trust him to go get it, well, the ball's in the air, so I got to go get it. So got to be there for my team to be in the help side position. So I just went up there, grabbed it, it's a 50-50 ball. It's just like rebounding. Rebounding is an opportunity. Everybody has a chance to go get it, but it's the ones that want to go get it, you got to go get it.
Yeah, you I guess reacting to this pass being thrown, like how quickly you jump there to, get over there and help. Not that different than reacting to the direction that a rebound is going, like you're saying, right? And then also being able to get up there, look how high you are on this, to be able to kind of high point that ball over, a guy who's a projected first round pick, like, former 5-star recruit, like get up there over top of this big guy that's the, focal point of the scouting report and pull it down and get the steal early in the game. I think that sets a tone, right? You're only a minute change into the game, and they know that they have to think twice before trying to throw that lob into Stewart again.
Exactly.
Good stuff, man. Really enjoyed talking through all those aspects of your film and what you bring to the table there. But before we get going, given the uncertainty surrounding this particular pre-draft process and, the lack of workouts with teams right now and, lack of opportunity for you to kind of be in an intimate environment and get in front of these decision makers and maybe show out against some other, prospects and make a statement, wanted to kind of give you the platform to express to teams who you are and what you bring to the table. So who is Nate Hinton? And if a team is to bring you into their organization, what can they expect from you, both on and off the court?
Team, they just expecting a hard worker, a relentless hard worker. Show up every day and be a professional. This is my job. This will be my job. So, doing things the right way, and on the court, just being a plug and play guy. When it come down to it, you just throw me on the court, and whatever role you need me to play, I can play. I can adapt, and always reinvent my game and keep getting better. And who I am in year one is not going to be who I'll be in year 2 or year 3, and so on. Based on the team, I keep getting better and stay to my strengths. The game of basketball is rebound, defend, and be able to knock down an open shot and be able to play make. And so with my ability to rebound, don't necessarily have to run plays for me and so I can showcase my playmaking ability. We have shooters, as long as they run the floor, I get the rebound. My head's on a swivel. I can kick ahead, make the right play and draw on contact, but also have the ability to get to the rack up, still be able to knock down the pull-up. And then, pick roles for spacing reasons. If you dominate, throw the ball over there in the corner, I can be able to knock down an open shot. And defending 1 through 4, my versatility. Competition brings the best out. I'm not really the most athletic that you have, but you can see, I showcase my athletic ability when the higher the competition is. And so just keeping my ability to, rebound and defend 1 through 4, those things, just being versatile. That's all I can really say. And then, off the court, I'm being a great guy. Low maintenance. I don't need it much. I've never had to read all the bells and whistles. So, now it's just time. I'm just instilled in me is hard work. Hard work is all I know, and hard work is just gonna carry me on. And I realize that knowing yourself, and knowing not trying to be like everybody else. Everybody can shoot. Everybody can dribble. Everybody can score. Everybody can, all the highlights, this and that. But somebody has to do the dirty work.
Being a versatile hard worker is how you break into the league and how you stick in the league. So I think, every team is looking for that. Nate, thank you for joining. Wishing you the best of luck here going forward into the pre-draft process. Going to be following along and rooting for you, and stay safe.
Thank you. Same to you.